So today, job is to clean up the yard, get all the weeds out of the turf. Just because you have turf does not mean that weeds will not pop out. As you can see here, there is a lot of weeds in the turf. That is normal. And then we will prune the Leucadendrons, the pittosporum, pull the weeds out in the rocks, pull that out, prune all these guys. And today I have the best helper in the world, Mr. Celso El Tamiuskis.
Hello.
Hello.
Everybody.
Ahora no donas?
No donuts today.
Why not?
No donuts. It's a special day for today. It's Friday.
Good morning. Today we are going to be cutting down these Leucadendrons. As you can see, they're about my height or slightly higher. But what I want for them in the future is to stay at that height and not to get bigger than they are now. If I don't prune them now and let them continue to grow, these guys can get, about 10 feet wide by like 10 feet tall. And I don't want that. Then they start to get leggy at the bottom. So I want them to be nice and bushy. And so we're going to cut these guys down. So basically all these taller ones, I'm going to cut down to the base of the branch. And then you'll see a more uniform look when I'm done with them. You're going to need some hand pruners, some gloves, and a bucket to throw all your cuttings in, and you're good to go. So here we got the Leucadendrons cut down. Cut them down to this height right here. They were this height. Brought them down. And what I want to do is control the size. And right now is a great time to do it because it's starting to shoot out new growth. So as it starts to shoot out new growth, that's a perfect time to shrink them. If you want to shrink them, if you want to let them get big, then obviously don't touch them and just let them keep growing. But I want them to stay nice and compact and stay bushy down here. So that's done all the way through. Now what I'm going to work on is this pittosporum. I got to trim the face of it, and then I got to try to get in between the fence and the top, so that way I could get these the bushes, the branches that are growing in between here. I don't want these poking out through the mesh, so I'll put the ladder up, and then I'll use my long hedge trimmer and get in there. So now we're going to work on the side of the yard. As you can see, this is a lemon Espalier, which has been growing this way. Bought it this way, and then I've been training it to stay that way. But we're gonna remove this plant, the euphorbia. We're gonna take that out. We're gonna put in a new plant, just because this is kind of big. You see how it's kind of getting into the walkway. We want to avoid that, and then so I'm gonna bring this guy down to under the gutter line, and then I'm gonna push him in. So that way all the fruit that it has will fruit on the inside and not continue to grow out of control. And then we're gonna work our way down this way here, prune the princess flower. I'll show you how I've been training that guy. I've been training that one as a wall to kind of create some privacy. And at the same time, when you look out of the window, you can see purple flowers, which is really pretty. So we'll work our way down this way, but lemon, princess flowers, and then there's one pittosporum left in the back, and then we're going to do some planting down low to give it some color during the winter and springtime. So I wanted to show you guys what it ends up looking like. So I have this pittosporum here, and what I did was, when it was planted, you know, they were little babies to about here, and then they grow and they give you this nice green privacy, and on this side as well they give you nice green privacy. So those got trimmed up, as you can see, nice and then trimmed. We have plants here. We have a lily, California lily, some salvia, camellia, more salvia, camellia. And what happens here is that the sun reflects off the window, and it creates a magnet to burn the leaves. So I got to figure out a solution for that. But then under here we have some hydrangea. We just planted that one. There was a heuchera in there randomly, so I filled it in with all hydrangea underneath these beautiful little gem magnolia trees. And I'm gonna redo these. I gotta clean them, sand them, and then put some new teak oil on them, put some cushions on them, and they're gonna look great. Here we have some more hydrangea. We planted that little guy, and then I have little succulent kind of planter boxes along here. And then we have the beautiful magnolia trees. The bird loves them. And as we walk down the side, we got more camellias. Then what I put here, instead of the euphorbia, I put a heuchera, put some azaleas, trimmed this guy here, and you can see him, but I trimmed that guy there. There goes blue, and I trimmed him, brought him down, and then pushed them in. And then as we walk along here, we have some coleonema, and we planted the other little heuchera with some hellebore. There's a Mexican lime, also Espalier. Then we have more coleonema, camellia. This is one of the princess trees that I cut back. And I know you guys are probably like, why did you cut it so hard? But you will see that it will come back very, very nice. And under here, once this creates shade, we have some more hellebore. And Blue's giving you guys a tour. Go Blue. Keep going. He's not feeling well this morning. I think he messed up his paw somewhere. And then here we have, I don't know if you can see them, but they are right there. We have some hostas, and these hostas are starting to pop in. So I trimmed that guy even harder, and you'll see how great he comes back in the future. He's going to create shade for that guy, those two guys, and then another hellebore, then coleonema, camellia, hellebore, coleonema, and then this was the last pittosporum that we trimmed, and I'll show you what it looks like. This creates a nice green wall, really pretty, gives you privacy from the inside. I'll show you. This is our backyard. We have an outdoor gym, and yeah, it looks pretty cool. Got the cardio machines here. Got a pot going here, heuchera, impatiens, and a fuchsia. And then that's the screen that I planted there. So that way we have privacy from there. So that's what it looks like. And we have another pot here. And I got little uplights in them at night, so it'll look really cool. It looks cool at night. So that's the privacy.